Okay, so just real quick, short little video to explain a great way to cover up a real conspiracy. And how you do that is with a fake, ridiculous conspiracy that's so smelly it stops you from looking closer. Okay, so here's Tucker Carlson on a tour advertising his new documentary on 9/11.
What to you are the biggest lies perpetrated on the American people from 9/11?
Huge parts of the 9/11 story were left out of the commission report. For example, what happened to Building 7, which was not only not next to the Twin Towers, which were hit by airplanes, but had a building in between itself and those buildings, collapsed that afternoon for reasons that no one has been able to explain since. You're not a lunatic for asking. There's no plausible explanation for how that building collapsed.
So let's talk
That's
about that.
not even mentioned.
What to you are the biggest...
Okay. So, first of all, just if you guys have noticed, Tucker Carlson seems to be crashing out in some way, more than usual. And it might have something to do with the fact that people are waking up to the fact that the internet is full of false flag operations, and his channel is one of the most prominent ones. And so the easiest way, I don't know what the end goal is here, but I mean, they're crashing him out. I'm not really sure why. I mean, interviews after this is actually more normal, but this is for sure an interesting one. Now, the thing about the 9/11 conspiracies, and again, I don't know if there's anything real behind 9/11, but Tucker Carlson should know that a good conspiracy needs to have a clear motive. Building number 7, and later in this interview also Tucker mentions the fact that there was explosive material found in the substance of the rubble, according to some third-party investigators. I don't know anything about that, because the idea that the deep state would fly planes into a building and then also blow it up with trucks is just absolutely redundant. Why would you just do one of the methods and then blame it on terrorists? And that's generally not the way the CIA does things if they want to do something like that. Most of the time, all they do is kind of nudge someone who already wants to do something and then get out of the way. And so they aren't actually involved agentially with the actual action. What they are doing is clearing a path for natural agents to do what they already would like to do. And so all these conspiracies around 9/11, which again, I don't actually know anything about because it's not something I really care about and look at. All I can say is that Tucker Carlson is being illogical and ridiculous, and you can make up your own mind of why that might be happening, what sort of goal he's trying to portray here. And all of this covers up from the fact that there were people who knew about the terrorists beforehand. I'm not talking about Alex Jones, who actually predicted 9/11 before it happened, which is very interesting. But no, what's interesting is that they were. What's interesting is that the FFA, the NSA, and the FBI were all individually aware of parts of this terrorist plot. But the problem is that back in 2001, there was no centralized agency where all that intelligence could be integrated into one place. And because of that, there was no central intelligence agency, all of that stuff went under the radar, and the planes crashed into the building. That's unfortunate. If only we had such an organization that was doing good things like that.